Hi guys, hi. I'm super excited to be here today. It's your girl Susan Akinyi. Welcome back to my channel. It's a beautiful day that the Lord has made, that we may rejoice and be glad in. I'm super excited because of the love, the overwhelming love I'm receiving from you, my friends, and I'm glad to be here today. Straight to my topic of the day, I want to talk to you about my mother. I'm privileged that I was raised by two mothers, my biological mother and my stepmom. So today I want to talk about my stepmom. The reason why I had two mothers, story for another day. Today I want to talk about my stepmother. So my dad married my stepmother when I was around 12-13 years, and my mom was privileged to have the three of us. We are three in our family. I'm the first one, and I have two brothers following me. So the difference between me and my brother, my follower, is 3 years, and then the difference between my follower brother and the other one is 3 years. So the gap is like that. So you can do the maths. When I was 12, my follower was around 9 years, if I'm not wrong, and the other one around 6 years. So to my story now. There are a lot of stories, and I just chose this one. And there are a lot of stories that we know about stepmoms. So I don't want to exclude mine. They are just those stories, though so many sad, but I don't want to take my story as a sad one. I want it to be inspiring. I want it to be a lesson to somebody. So fast forward to the story of the day. So we had, my stepmom had this norm that, okay, before I go to the story, we used to go to a school where girls wore navy blue tunic dress, and a white shirt. And boys wore navy blue shorts and white shirts. So now to the story. So my mom had this norm that immediately you come back from school, the first thing you do is bring your shirt to her. Immediately you change from school, you bring the shirt to her. She looks at the collars and the armpits. The rule in the house was that school uniforms were to be washed twice a week. So it was Wednesday and Saturday. So on Saturday you washed the whole package now of the school uniform, the tunic, the shorts, the shirt, the sweater, and the socks, of course. But in the middle of the week, that is Wednesday, it's only the shirt and the socks that is being washed. She believed the navy blue shorts wouldn't show that. So you were to go with it the whole week. The sweater, the shorts, and now my tunic dress, those were to go the whole week, no washing. So it was on a Wednesday. It wasn't on a Wednesday. Yeah, it wasn't on a Wednesday. Most likely it was in between the week because it wasn't a washing day. So this day I came home. She was used to sitting somewhere outside the compound with a chair somewhere where immediately you open the gate, you could see her. And she used to sit that time, most probably maybe to set that time that we are supposed to be home by this particular time. So on this particular day, I came from school as usual, found her sitting where she's used to sitting. And because she was so harsh to us and she used to beat us a lot, she used to abuse us a lot. So there was that cafe, immediately you open the gate and saw her. It's like you transform into something different from whatever you are outside the gate. So seeing her, immediately you have that shock. So that day when I immediately opened the gate and saw her, she smiled. So I was like, what is so good about this day? When I reached there, I realized I was the first one home. So she welcomed me and told me, hey, today you are early. So she told me, and because you are the first one to arrive, you are lucky. The previous night we had eaten getheri. And there was a rationing even of food in that house. So that day, that getheri that we'd eaten the previous night, and I think we also ate it at lunchtime. And you know the way when you come back from school in the evening, you are hungry. So she told me, because you are the first one who has come, you are lucky. There's getheri that was left. A little getheri was left in the sufuria in the house. So she told me, before you go change, and mark you that the area we were living in at that time, there was shortage of water. So anytime you got water, you could fetch it in everything that could carry water. So there was this a 2 kg container that had water at that time. So she told me, fetch some water from that container, that 2 kg container, a little water, and put, you know the way you put a little water on some leftover food, for the water to allow it at least to warm up. So she told me, fetch some water from that 2 kg container, a little water, put it on the getheri, and then there's still some heat from the jiko that we had used for lunch now. A little water, and make that getheri warm up for you now to eat as you go change. So I went to the house, and me, what I got is, take the 2 kg water, pour it on the getheri, and mark you the getheri was a handful. Pour it on the getheri and put on the jiko. So that's what I did with my small mind at that time. And then I went to change. And I was excited because I could eat it. So I went to change. But when I was pouring the water on the getheri, I wondered, why did she tell me to use this water? See, it's a lot of water. But my small mind at that time could not make me ask, because she never used to want you to ask anything she's told you. You are only being told once. If you ask the second time, a slap would follow. So me, I went to change, came back, showed her the shirt, and she told me, well, it is clean. So I thought I was safe. So from there, she started giving me work and asking me, when is that getheri that you put, is it not yet ready? That getheri will burn. And I'm telling her, oh, no, it hasn't, the soup has not boiled. So finally it came to her mind, and she asked me, what did you do to the getheri? And I told her, I took the 2 kg water that you told me and poured it on the getheri. I'm telling you, the slap that I got that day, I got confused, and I wondered, what did I do wrong? Do you know what she told me? That getheri with that soup will be your food for today. By the time you go to bed today, I want you to have finished the soup that you put on the getheri. Drank the soup, and by the time I was going to bed, I think my stomach was full with constipation and all that. I hated getheri from that day, and it was my favorite food. I didn't eat supper, I just drank that soup. And you can imagine how I was feeling when I was going to bed. So now that's my first incident for that story. My second one,